Hey folks, I just want to walk you through an order flow trading strategy that I used today in order to scalp about $300 out of the market. For those who don't know, order flow trading basically means that you're looking at the individual trades that are happening in the market, not necessarily the price movements, although the price movements are important too, but you're looking at the trades to try and interpret what buyers and sellers might be trying to do. So this can be very difficult. And there's a couple of different ways that people like to do it. One is tape reading, which is where you have on, the side of your chart, you'll actually have a stream of all of the trades that are coming through the market. So you can see there's one buyer here, one seller here, one buyer here, one seller here, so on and so forth. The other way that you can do that is with a footprint chart, which is where each bar has all of the trades that were placed during that bar, separating them usually between buyers and sellers. Reading the market this way is very difficult. It is possible for humans to do, but it does take a lot of time, and eventually you'd kind of develop an intuition about it. But I want to show you an easier way to do it. So what I do is I go down to a very low time frame chart. In this case, I have a 25 tick chart, but I have gone down as low as a 10 tick chart. And what you want to do is look for levels that price is reacting to repeatedly. So we see this one here. Now it's not always an exact price, although sometimes it can be. But we see here that price is rejecting in this area many different times, half a dozen or more times. And then we finally get a breakthrough, and that's what tells me that I want to go long. Now I ended up getting out of this trade pretty quickly because I actually realized I made a mistake, and so this is a good lesson, a good way for you to learn from me. You don't want to just, in this case, view this resistance level as becoming support the instant that price breaks above it. So obviously we get a little tiny breakout there, and then we get a bigger one here. This is only a few points. We really want to see multiple swings take place above this level before we try to use it as a support. So what happened here is I entered the trade. It went my direction immediately, which is what usually happens if I'm correct about the level being important. But then it went against me. And what I sometimes do is if it goes against me at all, I'll just place my stop or my target at break even. So anyway, the mistake that I made was not waiting for multiple swings to be created above this level before I entered. So I was just a little bit impatient, so I decided to get out with whatever I could. I hit the close button there. But you'll see what happens once we do get multiple swings. So we have this swing high here, and we have it broken. We have a couple of swing lows. Now at this point, this is a valid place to place a buy order. And you can see that we kind of have a zone here. If we, let's use our, oh, that's not the one. Let's use our rectangle tool. So we have a bit of a zone here, which should serve as support when the market comes back in. All right, so we're gonna extend this out. And this is really the trade that I should have placed. I lost my confidence because I entered this trade too early, so I didn't want to be too impulsive and look for an opportunity to get in immediately again. But so you can see what happens when price comes back to this level is we get that immediate reaction. Depending on where you entered, you may have only had a tick or two of drawdown there. So I repeated this multiple times today. Using very small stops, you can make a lot of money doing this. You just have to be patient and waiting for these levels to show up. Just like any other trading methodology, you do have to be patient, you do have to use discipline, and nothing works every time. But I thought this would be a nice way for some of you who are interested in trading order flow to learn it without having to learn those really difficult methods of reading order flow. So be careful. Have a good one.